to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutt's going to send this one away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 33. Yep, ready?
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. And much more room to run on this one. Pick up of 8, and that'll bring up third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. A gain there of 11. First down, Packers.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers, first down.
Right, 60.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, Hunt.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
12 more yards.
Set to go now on first and 10.
First down.
Shot, 17.
A gain of 12.
Ready?
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8.
39-yard line.
12,
A
10,
gain of 9.
6,
Brings
7.
up second and 1.
Set.
On second down, Love. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
On the ready? Let's go. Set, go.
From the gun, it's Love. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Drill
That's
green.
another Packers
Yellow.
first
Ready,
down.
ready.
Love to throw it on first down. This is caught at the 2. To the goal line and in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Will set up for the
Love to throw. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Entering Cooper. They're on the tackle.
29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Now it's Dobbins, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Tackled by Quay Walker. A loss of 2 yards. It's third and 9.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. A one-point affair, 7-6 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment.
Hold on, son. Ready.
Play action now. It's Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And he will go all the way. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Broncos.
What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
On the double.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Black shot.
That's good for a Packers first
Blaster.
down.
Edo blue.
A gain of 14.
Cut, cut.
Love to throw on 1st and 10.
First down.
That one on target to Watson. And he will score. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Will set up for the
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. They were chasing the points here in the half, but they got him. And we are tied.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be backed up now to start this drive. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll give it to Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's brought down at his own 4-yard line. A gain of
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
2nd and 8.
Oh, my son.
Now, faking the give, escaping to his left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 96 yards. Touchdown, Denver. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Packers 14.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready. Green jack. Set. Black, red. Cycle. Yellow. Hut, hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Black, 95. Set. Hut.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 4
Here's 1st and 10.
And the Packers, 1st down.
Set.
1st and 10.
Throwing is Love. Right back to Watson. Another grab. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
A gain of 22
Remember, he had the
more
touchdown
yards.
catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Let's go. Set.
Here's Jacobs. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set. Set.
They'll let Jacobs try to run this in. And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Oh, my son.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Moving to his right, and he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
2nd down, Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Now Nick's going to look to throw, and that is incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
He'll take a shot with Mims. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on downs.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Snap. Here we go.
Back to the air. It's Love. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. Hut.
They'll run with Jacobs. Well, field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll throw. It's Nix. Out to his right. Now he'll run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw is Nix. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Forced to his right. He'll take a shot with Mims. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing. Nix. Rolling right. This one down the field, but going to wind up incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Nix gonna throw for it. He'll buy time left. And he's gonna have the Broncos 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. There's a gain of 18.
1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be third down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On fourth down, here's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Okay, strike, claws ready. Set.
On first down, it's Love. Pass to Kraft, the tight end downfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 28
Ready.
yards.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Sit.
First down.
Ready.
Now Love. There's Kraft, the tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. That one taken in. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. His second touchdown of this first half.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he forgoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
33. Yep.
From the gun, it's Love. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So, 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Green, 43. Hunt.
Love to throw it on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Packers.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Moving left. That one late over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's
Second and 10.
Black, oh, let's go. 52 blue. Drill green. Claws red. Ready.
To throw is Love. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Jordan Love.
Zach Allen gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Striker.
Third and long.
Blue, yellow. Red, yellow, smack, blue, striker. Set, go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll let one go down the middle. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Ready. Blaster, 6. Ready. Red, cycle. Hunt.
They'll go for it. Love. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. On first down, here's Nix to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Now second and 10 at the
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down. Back to throw is Nix. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
In a fourth down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Oh, my son! Ready! Kill!
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming.
Oh, my son!
They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult. I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
46.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
On my set.
Nix now to throw it here on first down. Again, working deep downfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On my set.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Throwing is Nix. And that is incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On my set.
Mims sent in motion here. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to... extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
16 yards. And the Packers first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Brendan McManus to kick
Mike
off
Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
No touch it. And anyone hit. No touch it. No touch it.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Tiger Swamp, Tiger Swamp.
2nd and 7.
No touch.
To throw is Hurts. Flush to his right. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Great, set. And anyone hit.
Dotson, the man in motion.
No touch.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Exiting the pocket right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
Great, set. No touch.
They're indeed going. It's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Forced out wide. He's going to tuck it and go.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Love to throw to get started. This one up top for Dobbs. And he'll take this one in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The Packers will
throwing is Love. That is caught. They get the two-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge.
Eagles nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Will Shipley from his end zone. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Great.
A first down throw for Hurts. Rolling to the left. Now he'll run it. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
The open receiver is Dotson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
A gain of 24
They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
At the Packers' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So all even at 8 as this kick is sent airborne. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Blue striker. Set, ready. Claws, check, blaster. 6. Cut.
On first down, it's Love. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Red cycle.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
Love to throw on 1st and 10.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big gainer for Green Bay. 36 yards.
36 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Yellow. Set, cut.
Love to throw it on first down. On the run to the right. Now he takes off. And he's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. his second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself. It doesn't happen often in the NFL, Mike, but there is nothing better when the entire stadium, the opposing team, everybody knows what play is coming, and they still can't stop it. Man, what a feeling for an offense, and it's exactly the case here.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Hurts moving outside the pocket, and he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Great.
Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
Hurts will try it again. Moving to his right. He keeps it himself. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
Field King.
1st and 10 at the 16.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Hey, 73.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And 3rd down coming up.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers will take over at their own 15.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ready. Red, cycle. Ready. Flight 50, green. Blaster, 6. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. we're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Clause red, blue stripe, red, yellow, hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one on target to Watson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down,
Ready?
Packers.
Love to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time.
Blankenship on the cover.
Okay,
It's second down.
Set, hut, hut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will go all the way. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Great, set. On anyone, eh? No touch.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 38 now, here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
No touch.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Count that Yanni.
A gain of 10 yards. And an Eagles
No touch.
first down.
Once again, it's Barkley. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
At his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard.
No touch.
Second down throw for Hurts. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
He's taken down at the 33-yard
They'll come up
line.
on a second down
2 yards
and
on the
8.
pickup. It's second
Great,
and 8.
On anyone, eh?
They'll motion a tight end right.
No touch.
On second down, Hurts. Out to his right. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he will score! A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
And a big conversion for 2, and it's a 1-score game. The deficit is only 8.
16. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So following the score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Fight, 97. Set, ready, hut, hut.
Here's Jacobs. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. First down, Packers.
Let's go, charge.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
52 blaster. Hut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. This time they're ready for him. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings
Ultra,
up 2nd
ultra.
and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Now Love.
3rd down and 9.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
Hut, hut.
Love. And he will get into the end zone. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for. Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No touch that. Anyway, hey, easy. 63, bad. No touch that.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
No touch it. No touch.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Got a man. It's A.J. Brown brings it in. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
Very good. Milton.
On play action, here's Hurts. Forced to his right. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Love to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Incomplete.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back to throw is Love. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Hurts now. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but...
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
On third down, it's Hurts. Flushed to his left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But it looks like the Eagles are able to corral it, so Philly will retain possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. Nolan Smith makes the tackle.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second
A run up
and
the
6.
middle with Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Fight,
2-yard
97.
gain on the play.
Yellow.
And it's third down.
To throw is Love. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Packers
22
first
middle.
down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain
Right,
on the
60.
play. Brings up second and
Yellow,
10.
go.
At the 38-yard line.
Hut, go.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
4-yard line.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down.
Here we ready?
Now Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
52
That's
blaster.
good for a Packers first down.
Ready.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Throwing on second down, Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Gain of a yard.
Set.
And it's
From the gun, it's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's into the end zone.
touchdown.
Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Now Love getting the Packers set for this two-point try.
43 rail.
The
Set.
Packers
Ready,
will set
ready.
up for the two-point
They'll let Jacobs try to run this in.
two-point attempt.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for two, unsuccessful.
Brendan McManus
The
to kick
kickoff
off
team is
for
out on
Green
the field.
Bay.
And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a
At their own
touchback.
35-yard line.
Great, set. On anyone,
Man in motion is Smith.
no touchdown.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
A gain of 12 yards. And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Let's go.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Another Eagles first down.
Man in motion
First and
is
10
Smith.
at the 41-yard line.
On play action, he's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
No touch, set. No touch.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. Third and long.
Alpha.
A A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Man in motion is Brown. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
White. Let's go now. Ready, go. Yeah, field, black. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Now he'll air one out. He's got it, and he will score. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Kick is good. Makes the score Packers 43, Eagles 16. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green
Both
Bay.
teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
No touch it. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
No touch it.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out.
On the ready.
And it results in a turnover on down.
Cycle. Ready. Rail. Yellow. 6. Mega. Hut.
Love to throw it on 1st down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he'll take it on in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.